This thing is huge, and it's about 2 feet long, more or less. And as you can see, there goes my hand. It's really, really big. We cut a whole bunch of the vines to get it off our hoop house. As you can see, we had it all cleaned out, and my husband decided to save a few. And take a look at this. It has not stopped bearing fruit. I'm coming to open up this raised bed here where I have baby or little seedlings planted, some Daikon radish which are starting to develop some tubers, and it's getting cold already, and yet that Luffa, which I just showed you, is still going on strong. And here is the moringa that took a beating from the hurricane, and the very base of the plant got eaten by some kind of bugs. There's quite a few of them in there that my husband took out, and we planted it in this corner. Then Hurricane Matthew came, and he really took some beating, but as you can see the new growth in there, and there's no sign of it dying at all. If anything, it's starting to revive and put out some more new growth, and have no doubt it will make it, and it will keep on growing. And here's some more of the Luffa. Now this is the biggest one that I showed you before, where my granddaughter picked that up, and it grew even it grew even bigger now. As you can see, this Luffa just grows big. I guess it's, look at that, there's a new one here, another one. And well, needless to say, I'm Luffa'd out. I've eaten my share of Luffa for the year, but it's so much fun to watch this thing take off like this. This Luffa don't give up even at this weather where it's already cooling off. And as you can see, most of these are my seedlings here, all covered up, and that big raised bed there, which my husband covered up already for the winter. Well, I guess I should say coming winter. Okay, so here I am taking lesson from my own advice. You know, I would say don't be so quick to get rid of your plants that seems to be not doing too well. Well, in this area here, I have planted some peppers, and I have banana pepper, and I have bell pepper planted right along here. And I started, I pulled them out because, okay, I got a few peppers from them, and then it seems like they're not gonna do anything anymore for me for the season. But then I had a second thought, and I decided, let me keep this one here, which I actually now forgot what type of pepper this is. But here is the surprise. Look at that. I guess somebody could tell me what kind of pepper is this. I think this is poblano pepper. I forgot what kind of seedling this was. I have all type of seedlings that sometimes in the process I end up losing the tag, you know, moving them around, switching them from tray to tray and containers, and I just forgot. I don't know what they are. And look at that. There's another baby one in there, and if you look on top, it's still trying to put out more. Those are new buds, which seems like it wanted to put out more peppers. So that's a very nice surprise, and I had to learn to take my own advice and not be impatient and start throwing things away just because they don't seem to be looking very well. But how about this one here? I mean, this is huge. Very nice size of pepper. And I guess this is the way this plant is thanking me for not giving up on it. And now it's rewarding me with pepper this late in season. Okay? And I actually forgot what type of pepper this is. And new buds there. Still trying to grow. So I have some seedlings going on in there, all type of seedlings trying to come up. And here is my Daikon radish. Take a look. You see that white growth right there? That's the radish. This is my Daikon radish, also known as Japanese radish, which I really like and enjoy making my sour soup with. And they're starting to develop the root or the tuber right there, as you can see right there. It's coming out, and maybe in about 2 weeks from now I'll be able to harvest some decent size of daikon root. Yep, that one as well. You can see the root in there. So it won't be long now. This daikon radish will provide me a good harvest. And as you can see, there's a ginger plant in there. I guess it's starting to feel the temperature change. See, ginger is a heat-loving plant, but it just don't like being exposed to extreme sunlight. But as you can see, look at the leaves are turning brown. That's because they are sensitive to cold as well. So, but I guess I showed you earlier that the ginger that are inside the greenhouse are doing very well. Okay, just pull out some of this. I don't know. No matter how much you keep up with weeding, there's always new weeds when you come back the next day. So this is my hoop house, the bed in my hoop house, and pretty soon I'm hoping that this area that you see, it seems to be barren. There's not much to see, but those tiny little speck of greens there are potential red Russian kales and red Russian kale, and I guess some bok choys, and I have planted some beets in there, and so far for now that's what it looks like. Not much in this bed yet, but I had to cover it to protect my daikon radish and this humongous pepper in here. And that's a pleasant surprise. Okay, here's the bed which was completely devastated by my chickens during this hurricane season. They ate all of the broccoli that was planted in here. I have about at least a dozen of broccoli planted here, and as you can see, I have it replanted all over again. These are actually, I just now remember that back there, those are colored green. Those are colored greens, and I have some rainbow chards on the side right there, as you can see. And there are a couple of broccoli right here near me, and there are some basil, volunteer basils growing right there, as you can see. Those are basils that are just, I did not plant them there, but they are coming up from the seed that had fallen there from summer garden. But right now, as you can see, that's what's inside this little hoop house, and they're doing okay. I might have to do a little treating because, as you can see, something is eating them up, and I wouldn't be surprised if those are slugs because of the way they're getting eaten. Look at that. But it continues to put out new leaves, so that it will do okay. I will just have to do a little treating in here, maybe some diatomaceous earth and other stuff to get rid of whatever it is. Okay, so that's an update of this raised bed that was devastated by my hungry chickens during Hurricane Matthew.